Hello, and welcome back to QuestionMark.
The podcast in which we answer your questions, talk about our favorite movies, and whatever else we are interested in this week. That's the intro. What do you think?
Amazing. Let's get right into it.
All right, so to start things off, like I did last time, I want to quickly say some things to you guys, the viewers, which is thank you so much again for the awesome support. I saw some awesome comments about us being on iTunes, which is sick because we are on iTunes now. And I want to quickly let you guys know that you can go there and write a review because I feel like, isn't that thing you're supposed to do with podcasts? Like everyone always says, go write a review on our podcast. It like boosts like us.
Everyone
popular.
does it, so it must be good.
Yeah,
for
so
the
it must be good. So leave your questions. Actually, I thought it'd be cool if you can leave an awesome review and like add on your question to it. Then that'd be awesome because then we can actually get our comments from also iTunes. iTunes also.
Yeah, just in case, YouTube isn't good enough for your
questions.
questions.
And if for some odd reason you found this on iTunes, not on YouTube, we have a YouTube channel. We upload this to our YouTube channel, Finn's Games. So if you want to check us out on YouTube, you can. YouTube.com/Finn's Games.
Amazing.
Wow, that was a really long intro.
Yeah.
But you guys like it? I scripted that whole thing. Was it good? No?
I couldn't tell. So
was it good?
I'll answer for them, I guess. It was pretty good.
I bet it
4 out of 5 stars.
I bet it didn't sound scripted at all, did it? It was like a seamless transitions.
Totally.
Yeah. So
how have you been this week?
The script says next that you should say, how have you been this week? Did you say that yet?
Yeah, I said it twice.
Wow. Amazing. I didn't hear it the first time.
And Finn does not hear Sky say that twice.
Oh, yeah, we have that written down as well. Gosh dang it. Wow, what a good script we have for this episode. I have a...
Who wrote this script, though? Like
me.
Oh, geez.
I had a pretty good week, actually. I say I have a pretty good week every week, but this week especially was mediocre. It wasn't actually a good week. I'm lying. It was a pretty boring week.
It was a boring week?
But I feel like I have to say it's a good week. And that's what I want to talk about is that why is it that anytime anyone asks you anything, you have to say it's good, even if it wasn't? Because today was a boring week.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, that was an awful question. Why do I have to say it's a good question every time you ask a question?
That
is the question.
All right, so you start off with, did you have anything interesting that you did this week you want to tell me about?
Yes, I have 2 things, actually. First of all...
So do I.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What are the chances? All right,
should
go
we
ahead.
alternate, or should I just...
Sure, let's alternate.
Okay, so first of all, I have sort of a spooky story.
Oh my goodness, I'm going to find that there's a person who commented and said, can you please say a spooky story in the next episode?
I was just thinking about, this is a story, and I was looking through comments, and I saw it, I was like, well, that seals the deal.
Yeah, now we got to talk about it. All right, go ahead.
So, me and our cousin Tobin. You know Tobin.
My cousin and I. Is what you should... Yeah, I know
Sorry,
Tobin.
My cousin and I, Tobin.
Tobin's a pal, yep.
He came over because he was sleeping over because he works nearer to our house than his house. So we thought we should watch a movie, and I told him I have never seen a horror movie.
You know what's funny about you saying you're gonna watch a horror movie with him is how I picked him up is he had no idea about it. I just heard he was staying in the town where he lived. So we drove to his house and the door was unlocked to their house. So I just snuck in and found his room and just busted in. I was like, surprise!
Really?
So I scared him.
Is that your story?
Well, no, it's not one of my stories, but
because I didn't hear about this.
I know this is really funny. And so because he was staying with our Oma and his Oma as well. So I didn't really surprise Tobin because Tobin's a pretty he's a pretty chill guy. He wasn't really surprised, but Oma freaked out. She probably thought I was like a robber or something like that. It was hilarious. She like was
awesome.
Scare of a lifetime. Anyway, continue. So horror movie. Never seen a horror movie.
So, Tobin suggested a great horror movie. I think it's called The Village. Anyway,
heard of it.
We got about 15 minutes in and just constant buffering. We could not finish it just because it just would not load. So we decided, let's go to the camp next door.
Yep.
And see if anything scary happens.
I mean, sounds good. Why not? Yeah.
So me and him, we just go out, and so I think secretly we were both thinking, I'm gonna scare it.
Yeah.
Right? Of
course.
So we go down there, right? So first cabin we try, we go in. He's like, okay. Should we go to the loft? I feel like that's the scariest spot. I said, okay. And so we both creep in, and I stop and just let him creep in. I go to the door, slam the door, and I'm on the outside of the cabin. So I pull the door closed, and the door handle comes off in my hand.
What?
So basically, he's trapped in there. But I don't want to say, I'm like, okay, I could probably just stick it back in, and maybe it'll work again. I just keep fiddling at the door over and over. And I think he was trying to scare me.
Yeah.
And so he just said nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, is he still in there? Like, what happened? Like,
yeah.
He's silent.
Yeah.
Completely silent.
You guys are both like trying to spook each other out at this
point. So we're
point.
both just silently trying to get the door open from both sides.
That's hilarious.
Like minutes on end until I finally go around to the back and crawl in. Like,
yeah.
Okay, not to brag or anything, but it's pretty insane skills. Like, the window is on the second story.
Wow.
So I got up. I like climbed between the cabin and the tree and got into the window.
Nice.
And then Tobin was waiting for me and scared me really good.
Really?
Once I got in. So
nice.
Just because I wasn't expecting it anymore.
Yeah.
Like, he's not good. Anyway, he scared me. And then we opened the door, figured out how to open the door from the inside, and then went on to some other cabins. And some other stuff happened. He played the drums and summoned a Wendigo or whatever.
Interesting. Very
anyway,
interesting.
so that's my first story.
Wow. All right. Interesting. So
it was quite fun.
You went through. I remember this happening because I was recording. How was I recording now? I think I was recording. It might have been the video with. I don't know. I was recording something. And I could hear the movie the whole time I was recording.
Oh yeah.
And then it kept stopping and whatever. And then I just heard it quiet and you guys just left. I was like, I wonder what they're doing. Whatever. Yeah. I was like, and it was like this was like past midnight already.
We were freaking each other out.
Yeah. So that's interesting. My first story is that I went shopping.
Oh, sorry. Moral to the story.
Okay.
Is don't trust door handles.
Oh, and moral story, don't trust them. They're probably the spookiest thing you ever will know. So my story is that I went shopping with my mom the other day, and we were just going, it's a routine trip to go get some food, whatever, get some stuff, because, we like to stock up on all the sweets. No, it is an amazing story.
Just making sure.
And so we were going to the store, and then we were just approaching the store. Like, the store's in the very end of town that we usually go to get our food and stuff. To the very end of town, we were just kind of approaching it, and there was like a bunch of cars all like stopped and they're like all going around. Like, what's going on here? Like, why is like this like kind of like traffic jam sort of like what is happening, whatever. And there was one really bright car. It was like a really bright orange car that was like right in front of us. So we couldn't really see what was going on. We just saw like sort of stuff in front of us. So we sort of like go and kind of turn around the car to like sort of pass that car to get around them because they were so slow. And as soon as we pass the car, we see a mom deer, right, with like I think like 3 foals, like 3 baby deer with the little spots, whatever. And the deer just had his like head turned with like with all of them. They were all just like right on the side of the road, just sitting there. Yeah. And all these cars like were just like spectating them, just watching because it was amazing. It looked just like Bambi. It was like the most beautiful thing. Like they were just like you just saying like, and she was like just like waiting for pictures to be taken. She was like, oh, I'm just gonna look this way. I'm gonna look that way. And sort of like, I'm just gonna like, sort of nuzzle one of my children.
Oh, come on,
really quickly,
you can look better than that.
Yeah, it was like I was like, this
Clean
isn't happening.
Like
I thought deer would just like run away as soon as they saw a car, but no, they were just like chilling. Like, whatever, it's cool. Oh. And so, but the saddest part was that I was like, I mean, that's cool, Mom, but like I gotta get home really soon. So like, let's just go. Can we just like go? Whatever. Mom was like, but I want to. So I feel kind of bad about that because we just.
Oh, you denied her.
I denied the picture. But it was pretty amazing. I was really impressed with that. So, all right, your next story.
Funny enough, I actually, this is not my story, but I actually ran across a deer like sleep. I just heard this like huffing, so I just.
Oh, I've done that before. It's the scariest thing in the world.
There's this deer laying there. He gets up and runs, and so we live like kind of far on a gravel road, and the deer just runs up, and as he's running up to the road, a car comes by.
Oh,
like that never happens. I'm like, I just scared a deer right into a car. But they didn't hit. Thank goodness.
Yeah,
but I was scared for a moment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's not my story.
Okay.
Anyway, my funny thing that happened is right before recording the podcast, I was like, oh, Finn is doing some stuff. He has to get some stuff done before we record. I had finished setting up, and so I was like, hey, Dad, do you want to play ping pong? I go in to search for Dad.
Yeah.
See if he wants to play ping pong. And he is watching the podcast from the previous time. So I couldn't play ping pong with him before the podcast.
Because he's watching the last podcast.
Watching the last podcast.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, at least he's watching our podcast.
Yeah. I mean, he was. Yeah, he was. It was cool.
Yeah, that's nice of him. So my second story is about my brother. His name is Sky. And I recently had to fire him from his tea making duties. Because he tried to get me a different mug this time, which was a plus, but he tried to give me a Christmas mug. Would you believe it?
At this time of year?
Christmas mug, yeah.
How awful.
Yeah, I had to fire him. So yeah, I fired him. So you didn't know, but I didn't tell him about it. So I figured I should let him know right now.
Right.
He's fired. You're fired, Sky.
What do you mean you didn't tell me about it until now? Yeah. So
I
what are you going to tell him?
Good question. I still haven't done that yet. I'll have to figure out a way.
I think I'll figure out a nice way to do that.
I think I'll show him this podcast and then I'll be like, listen to this nice podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
By the way, you're fired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so from now on, I'm probably gonna be making my own tea.
Okay.
Yeah, because I can't.
Good decision.
I can't handle the
the
torture
making other people do like make tea and stuff. It's kind of demeaning to them anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, making your own tea is probably a good idea.
Well, I mean, you're just trying to backpedal to say that you don't care, but really you were the one who wanted to make tea in the first place, so you can't even say that. All right, so
I feel like Sky was just being considerate of your vocal cords and thought nice cup of tea.
Exactly, but see, you're admitting that you were the one who wanted to make the tea. All right, let's move on to the movie segment of the podcast. I don't know why I went like this, but that's cool.
So you watched a movie without me.
So that's another thing that I'm sorry about is I watched a movie without you because I was at the theater.
We do a whole bunch of things in secret from each other.
Wow, who would have ever
so
thought?
Much stuff that we just don't know
about. But anyway, so yeah, moving on. Basically, I did watch a movie without you. And the reason I watched a movie without you actually was because I was going to the theater to play. You know, from last podcast, I said I had that thing that it was like that sort of X Factor type music show video that was playing at theater.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Well, I was there to make sure it was all working and test it out and do that kind of stuff. Just make sure everything's still working well. Mm-hmm. And because we helped him out with some stuff, and he was really impressed with how smart I was at Googling things. I literally just Googled the answer, and he was like, "How did you ever know?" I was like, "I just Googled it." And so he was really impressed. He was like, "Hey, go watch the movie for free." And the only movie that was playing right then was Ninja Turtles, and I would never go see Ninja Turtles because I know it's bad. I mean, it has Will Arnett. Yeah. It's the character. Like I've heard. I know it's bad, but I was like, all right, it's a free movie. Let me tell you. It was a waste of a free movie. It was a gosh darn waste of a free movie.
It wasted your time?
It wasted my time.
Was it worth it?
No, it didn't waste my time, so it wasn't worth it. It was a free movie. It's such a generous gift to me that I take so gratefully. Oh,
right.
And I can't believe I wasted it on Ninja Turtles, so it was really sad.
Oh, man.
But anyway, without further ado, it was X-Men. We already watched it.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into my short review of Ninja Turtles. So,
go ahead.
Ninja Turtles starts off with Megan Fox trying to interrogate a man who is a nerd. So she pretends to be a nerd, and all the fans go wild because we have a nerdy Megan Fox on screen acting, extremely sexy and, showing off her belly button and, the most gratuitous things you can think of, but in a nerdy way that everyone's like, oh my gosh. So that was an immediate turnoff, and I almost left the theater.
Wow.
That's how we start. Then we see the Ninja Turtles, who are having their, brotherly issues as usual.
Unlike us, right?
Yeah. They're having their brotherly issues because they want to turn into humans. And some of them don't want to turn to humans.
Okay.
Exactly. This is sort of a different movie, really, because I'm a little bit in shock of the movie as well. So then we have our friends, the Turtles, who are trying to stop this man called Shredder, as the Ninja Turtles do. And Shredder decides that he's going to turn the two cronies who, get him out of jail into a rhinoceros and a boar, like a pig.
Okay.
So he turns the two people into a rhinoceros and a pig, and then the rest of the movie, the Ninja Turtles fight said rhinoceros and pig. And then for some reason at the end, it turns into the Avengers. And then there's a big portal that opens up over in New York. Iron Man falls down, and then all the spaceships come out, and then the Ninja Turtles have to stop the spaceships. Except for this time, it's not the Chitauri. Is that what's called Chitauri?
That's pretty close.
It's a floating brain.
Oh, right.
So if I haven't sold you on the movie yet, then I don't know what will. And that's Ninja Turtles. I give it a 1.5 slices of pizza out of 10.
1.5?
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think that's a bit high?
No, it wasn't that bad.
I enjoyed
it. It was good.
Okay.
It was a fun time. Okay. There was Ninja Turtles. There was jumping out of planes.
From my perspective, your synopsis was boring.
It was about as good as eating one slice of pizza and then having to do all the dishes for everyone else afterwards. I've eaten that one slice of pizza. It's like when you go to a huge party and then you eat one slice of pizza and it's great.
Oh my gosh, just my life.
Yeah, you eat one slice of pizza and boy was ever good, but then you have to clean up the entire party afterwards. That's about my synopsis of Ninja Turtles. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah. Yes.
I will not see that movie.
No, you shouldn't. Sponsor. All right, so
we'll move on to some questions.
We should move on to some user-submitted questions. Again, if you forgot in the 5 minutes that you've been watching this podcast, if you want to submit your own question, do it in the comments below of the YouTube video, or on iTunes, do it in the reviews, or on SoundCloud. We're on SoundCloud too. You can do it. We're in all kinds of places.
Yeah.
You can
we're
comment
all over the place
on the podcast on SoundCloud. So first question, Sky, is from a Squimper. His name is Squimper.
I like the accent you kind of put into that.
Here's the first name.
Squimper.
His first name is a Squimper. His question is, reply to this. Would you rather have no wedding or no grave? That's actually not his question. His question is, would you rather have no one go to your wedding or no one go to your grave? He says grave. I assume he means your funeral.
Well, yeah.
I assume.
Or
it could mean your grave when you're dead. I'm assuming funeral.
Yeah.
Funeral, yeah.
Because I think, like, people going to your grave would be the same as people going to your married.
Which doesn't make no sense. So, Sky,
so it doesn't make sense.
Would you rather have no one go to your wedding or your grave?
I would rather, like, obviously, like, my wife that I'm marrying would have to go to the wedding, but everyone else wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have no one go to my wedding.
I almost want to go first because I would completely agree with that. I would totally have no one go to my wedding because I have so many brothers and I'm scared. It's a nightmare.
The roasts are going to be real.
I know.
No one roasts you at your funeral?
Yeah, exactly. But like, I'm a fragile individual. I don't want to be roasted by every single one of my brothers. Like, come on, especially in front of my crush. Like, you kidding me?
Yeah.
That sounds like a nightmare.
All of us are pretty good at roasting too.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah,
but no,
nightmare.
actually, I wouldn't mind people going to my wedding. But like, I mean, like, I just don't really care about weddings all that much.
I find there's something intriguing about just a very small wedding.
Yeah,
I find that kind of interesting. And if I had this to blame for that, then it might be a nice way to be like, oh, there's this YouTube comment is either like people go to my funeral or to my wedding, and I chose funeral. So
you got a good way to explain it away. But the interesting thing about this question too, though, is that like I feel like it would change as you get older.
Yeah,
because I feel like when you're old, I feel like also, weddings are one of those things that
saying that no one can go to your wedding is very selfish as well. Because I feel like a lot of people would want to go to your wedding.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
But I feel like it's one of those things that clicks that you want people to come to your wedding. Like when you actually find someone you really like and you want to get married, then you sort of like, I want to show everyone my love for this person and have a good wedding and pay all this money and have an amazing party to show how awesome this person is.
Or just an excuse to get people that you haven't seen in a long time to hang out.
I don't feel like I feel like it's more about your wife than the people you want to hang out with. But it could be. Could be wrong. Could be wrong.
I think it varies for different people.
But yeah, we're both going for the wedding one, I think. On that because next question is from Slimy FX, and I love making fun of people's names, and this is a good one to make fun of because Slimy FX. Slimy is if you were to take any word and say whether it was positive or negative, slimy is a negative word. So you don't want slimy
What
FX.
about in Zaboomafoo, that little salamander? He's so slimy. And he's so nice.
He was always complaining about being slimy.
But Zaboomafoo loved slimy hugs.
Yeah, but he was trying to say that he was like loved everyone. Slimy is negative, guys. No, X-nay on the slimy. All right, his question is, how excited are you for Suicide Squad?
I am not excited. I am intrigued by it.
Yeah, I feel like I usually wouldn't pick a question that was this simple, but I am also very intrigued by Suicide Squad. And we talk about movies on the podcast, so I figured why not. Suicide Squad is a DC movie that's coming out soon. And so far, I've been extremely unimpressed with the DC movies. Extremely unimpressed. And but this movie has Will Smith in it, and it has an interesting rendition of the Joker, which I personally love. I love the rendition of the Joker. I haven't seen it, but I've only seen pictures and clips, and I feel like it's so cool they're trying something new with the Joker. I think it's gonna be awesome. Yeah. But I could be totally wrong, and it'll be really interesting to see what happens. I feel like Suicide Squad is like DC's last hope, basically. It's like their last hope for a good. It's like if it doesn't do well, it's gonna be all over. But I'm excited to see it.
I feel like I'm not gonna I feel like it's gonna be a bit too dark for me.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm probably not gonna like it, but I think it'll be interesting. to see.
It'll be interesting to see. But basically, my synopsis on that is I feel like it's DC's last hope, and it'll be interesting to see where it goes.
Definitely wouldn't recommend any of my brothers to see it though. I feel like none of them are old enough yet. Like it's one of those. It's definitely an adult movie.
I mean, that goes without saying. I'm pretty sure it's probably rated.
Yeah.
Check the rating, my friend. All right, so moving on. Oh, you want to say
my point with that is I generally don't like movies that are only for adults. Like I like movies that are like family. That are just
movies that everyone can watch. Yeah, for sure.
Incredibles.
I agree, yeah.
Those I love.
Yeah, I love movies that like anyone can watch for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, moving on. Next question is from Hypersauce, and he says, if you would have any vehicle, what would it be? If you could have any vehicle in the world, what would you choose?
Batmobile.
That's a genius Batmobile. That's awesome.
Yeah. Or sorry.
Awesome.
But to be more specific, the Tumbler.
The Tumbler from the Batman movies. Yes, absolutely.
Because the Batmobile has gone through a few renditions, so I just want to be specific. The Tumbler.
The Tumbler is so sick. This is probably the coolest. Is there any that's
the only
so
thing I'm
sick.
thinking about now is I wonder how fuel efficient it is.
No matter what, dude, that is just so sick.
It'd be so awesome to have.
That car, dude. That car. I feel like if I was to pick any car like that I'd actually want to own and drive around, cause like that's one more that I would love to own, but I wouldn't really drive it like to get Starbucks.
Yeah,
That'd be kind of
exactly.
weird. But although
it probably wouldn't be fuel efficient,
but it'd be epic though. Still, like I would still do it. I would still do it.
If you rolled up in that, like,
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Oh, it'd be sick.
Oh my goodness.
I would
just
be
imagining everyone's.
I'd just be the coolest person there ever was. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I would choose I was gonna say the motorcycle from Tron. Because that'd be sick as well. But I also feel like it'd be hard to drive and it looks a little awkward. So
And I think it's not a car.
So I'm gonna change. It's a vehicle.
Did they say vehicle?
They said vehicle. The Tumbler's not a car either. Anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna say for a car I'd actually want to use, there's a car called the Smart Roadster, and the reason I want to get it, we saw this in Amsterdam, and the reason I want to get it is because everyone thinks of a smart car as like the lamest, cheesiest joke car. They're like a smart car. It's like this little goofy little.
I thought we saw it in Germany.
It was in Amsterdam.
Okay.
Well, we saw it in Germany too. It was all over Europe. Right. But we saw the first one in Amsterdam. Okay. And I have a picture of it to prove it. It's right next to a canal. Anyway, okay. I would go for the Smart Roadster because it is a really cool smart car. It's like a Roadster. It's like a sports smart car, and it's small and it's cool and it's unique, but it's like a sports car. And like I just like that fits the personality very well. Small, unique, and like a sport car.
And you can't get it in Canada, so you'd be the only one.
Exactly, I'd be the only one, and people would be like, "What? That's a smart." No one would even understand.
It's a smart car. What?
They'd be like, "There's a cool smart car."
Say
who never thought?
What?
Yeah. So I definitely go with that one because that's got a pretty good wow factor, if you ask me. So
nice.
Yeah, that's what I'd say. So we've picked our favorite car.
Yes.
But it is irrelevant compared to our friend Link's question, which is what is your favorite flavor of pie?
Oh my goodness.
Oh
yeah. I see. The problem is I am split.
He has a bunch of other questions that all start with, and if you don't like pie, what is this? And if you don't like, but like, how could you not like pie? Why do we even need to continue the question?
Pie. Guys, for at least like 3 straight birthdays in a row, between like 8 and 10, I had nothing but apple pie.
Pie's great.
And ice cream. It is amazing.
Pie. Like, also, the thing I really like about pie is that like it's got like bread and fruit. It's kind of what it feels like. It feels like you're eating bread and fruit. Versus every other sweet thing is like you've got cake, which is like some sort of wet and icing. Some sort of like moist
cake
sort of.
Does not have the diversability.
And it's got like this icing on it, and it's like what is that? And then ice cream too is like some sort of hardened milk, but pie is like you got apples and you got bread.
It's not bread. It's like crust. Mom made this like shepherd's pie.
Really? I don't remember this.
You don't remember that?
No.
It was the best thing ever. It was basically just an amazing pie crust with mashed potatoes and meat and all that stuff like in it, but it was like a pie slice, and you say, "Oh, it's so good."
Oh, I thought you were saying, okay, that's called a meat pie. That's a pie. That's a normal pie. But I thought you were saying I thought you were saying they made like an apple pie, but that was like a shepherd's pie. Like where it's just all their ingredients, because that'd be like an apple crumble, I guess. It was called like
oh yeah. I see what you mean.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, that is so good. Meat pie is amazing. I love meat pie.
And like, what other dessert can you just throw meat into and still have it taste amazing?
Exactly. Pie.
You can put bacon in it, and it still tastes good. You can't put bacon on cake and make it taste as good.
Pie.
And pie has a day, and it's how you figure out the radius of a circle.
Pie.
It is amazing.
It's
a really good movie.
Any one of those could have been Pie's slogan, just saying, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what other, like, you can put bacon in it. What other, what other thing can you put meat into and have it good? You know, what other thing has a day for it? Pie's amazing, guys.
Pie is amazing.
So, Link, that was a great question, and hopefully that was a great answer, because if you don't like he says here,
if you didn't like that
if you don't like either, you are simply not human. That's what he said. So, yeah. We'll take the words right out of his mouth. Yeah. Okay, next question. This is from Dronimating with Albie and Adri. Again, remember him from last time?
Wow.
Yeah.
Again.
Back at it again with the good comments. His question is, what are your favorite sports? And then he says, unless you stay in front of your computer screen drinking coffee and tea all day.
I have to say that is pretty true.
That's basically what we
do.
However, comma, before we did that, we played sports.
Actually, but see, I still do parkour quite often. I don't know if you can say, I think it's a sport. It's technically gymnastics, basically.
Yeah.
I would say, actually, I do more gymnastics than parkour because I mostly use the trampoline and it's mostly tumbling and stuff. So that's all stuff you can do in gymnastics, which is a sport.
Right.
So, you know, I mean, I can do a backflip on the ground. So I feel like I'm not a total computer geek yet.
Yeah. And I used to be able to, well, not on the ground, like off of something. But then I did terrible and broke things and turned into a complete computer geek. But no, I actually, I like sports. I don't really like sports, but I'm a very competitive person. So innately, any kind of sport I like to a degree.
Oh, also, I play ping pong a lot. That's a sport, right?
And I love ping pong. I love ping pong a lot.
What, you love ping pong?
Yeah.
I've been trying to get you to play with me for like
days. You're easy, Sky. It's boring at this point. I've beat you so many times. Like,
Finn.
Who wants to play Sky? Come on.
Finn.
Come on.
Finn.
What?
We need to go. I've gotten so much better. Oh, wait a minute. You're afraid I'll win. You are afraid I will beat you. You want to keep your record of being
Sky. Come
the
on.
best.
I'm legend.
He's so competitive. It's crazy.
But yeah, I'm really competitive, and I really enjoy playing hockey. Like, I really enjoy playing hockey.
Sport.
I've played quite a few sports. Like, I've played, you know, obviously, like basketball and baseball and soccer. And out of all of them, playing hockey for me is the most fun. But watching, I can't watch hockey. I hate watch. I don't understand people who watch hockey. I love watching soccer. Watching soccer is one of my favorite things to do. I don't do it enough, but I love watching soccer, and I love playing hockey. I totally
agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Watch soccer, play hockey.
Yep. Absolutely.
I used to be totally like a soccer fan because we used to live in the States for a while.
And we played soccer,
and we
or
played
football
soccer.
if you live in Europe.
And then we came up to Canada, and all the Canadians were, oh, hockey is the best. I'm like, oh, no, soccer is the best. I was trying to be like different.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And then I got converted. Yeah. Hockey is amazing.
Hockey's fun to play.
Skating is fun to watch. Just so fun, and you get to do it with a puck. Oh, it's amazing. Yep.
So we're about close to the end of the podcast at this point. And I said about too loud, and it peaked, and it made myself die of cringe cancer. Okay.
Cringe cancer.
The next question is from Force Cube, and his question, the final question. This isn't just the last. This isn't just the next question. This is the final question. You said you did it totally wrong, and I tried to follow you, and it did not work out. Okay, this question, it's
we're not
singers.
You're right.
But I did it out of key. I did it way too fast, so don't judge me, please.
Yeah.
Okay, this question is more directed towards Finn, but it shouldn't be because that's ridiculous. The question is, would you rather never do art again or never drink coffee again?
Oh, because he knows that I like to
He knows
tea.
you'll just say never drink coffee.
Well, just put in tea.
Yeah, okay, so
For me,
for you it's tea, for me it's coffee.
I would, well, actually, because I don't have the devotion to tea that you have to coffee, so it doesn't quite work for me.
So you pick tea, though. Easy.
I would pick,
I'm totally joking. Yeah.
I would pick art.
You pick art,
I would want to do art forever. Like,
of course,
tea, I could always just get another drink. There's so many drinks, but never being able to exercise my creativity, that would suck.
False. Coffee's amazing, and I would definitely give up my artistic drawing things for coffee. But, psych, that's the wrong number. I don't like drawing anyway. I like doing graphic design and video stuff, so I'm like, I'm good, dude. I mean, I'm practically a
Did he say art?
Yeah, he said art,
just drawing? Yeah. Art in general. Like,
he said, would you rather never do art again? Oh, I guess art is like anything creative?
Art is like graphic design. Art is like the art of filmmaking.
That is an issue.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I would never give up art for anything in that case.
I know. That's what I was saying.
But unless it's like something life, I guess.
I might be able to give up I could give up painting.
I thought it was. I thought he said drawing for some reason, because if it was drawing, I'd be like, yes, get on my life.
I don't do that
drawing.
Anyway.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I like drawing.
Just to clarify, I said I don't do that anyway. I was speaking for Finn. Sometimes I feel like people get confused when I say, like, put words into other people's mouths, and it's just like they think I say it. I would not give up drawing because I do that. I do
Yeah.
drawing.
Yeah. But if it was just drawing, I would give up drawing. That's fine. It would still suck though because I do like drawing stuff on the computer, but not nearly as much as I like designing things and doing video. Video right now is so much fun for me. I just have been doing video so much more. One thing also, if you got this far to the podcast, we're about to end off here, but if you've gotten this far in the podcast, I saw one comment that said, "What's happening to the Finn's graphics channel?" We mentioned it quickly, but a lot of people still have questions about this. So, if you guys follow us on YouTube and we have a channel called Finn's Graphics, we made some really cool videos on there that got millions of views, and we wanted to really enhance our talent at making those kinds of videos, and we wanted to be able to do a lot better stuff. So we took on a huge project for animating. It's been
like 2
parody.
years since we started.
It's been even more than that than we started. It's been a crazy amount of time. Because we haven't been working on it, we've been doing lots of other things, and also we've just been learning. We scrapped the project a couple times and started over, and we've just been it's been a real learning experience. But as soon as that is done, then we'll get back into doing normal videos on that channel. But it's the whole channel and all of YouTube for me has been more of a learning experience than like a career choice.
Yeah.
So, but I'm really excited to finish this project and get right back into it.
Who knows? Maybe the learning experience will turn into our career,
or it'll turn into a failure. But I'm excited because as soon as this project's done, also we'll start doing
I just like to look on the bright side.
Well, obviously, I knew that, but I just was trying to. Why do you always talk so happy all the time and so full of joy and life and?
I don't know, Finn. Maybe it's just better that way.
Okay, don't make me cringe again. I'm already about to die. I'm on half a heart. I'm on half a heart.
You got to do an impersonation.
I'm on half a heart over here. Okay, come on. All right. So yeah.
I love that.
But as soon as
full of flowers and hugs and warmth and nice tea.
As soon as we finish this project, we're gonna get right back into doing like tutorials and like speed arts and tons of fun stuff that I'm excited for. So just stay tuned. It'll happen.
Okay, anyway, we should end off.
Okay, so yeah,
what are you excited for?
Yeah, so we end off the podcast about saying what we're excited for, and I, for one, am very excited for. Can you tell I forgot what I was excited for? I'm trying to slowly.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. What are you excited for? Because I totally forgot.
Okay. You know the new Finding Dory movie that's coming out?
Yes.
At first I was like, oh no, they're doing a sequel to that again. But I watched some videos on YouTube, just kind of like. And it got me stoked for it. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing what it's like. So that's one of the things I'm excited for. Have you thought of your other one?
I haven't. I had it just a few minutes ago, and it makes me really sad that I don't remember what was.
That's disappointing, man. Let's see.
I remember what it was.
Oh, I just had to think. Oh, maybe I'll just say. Another thing that I'm stoked for. Oh, no.
No, I remember what it was. But I want to add on to what you were saying and say that I was just talking to some of my friends yesterday, and did you know that Finding Dory is coming out right when I leave for LA?
So it'll be something I can do while you're gone.
Yep, and so we're going to watch it over there. So the first time we get there with all friends, we're all going to go down and watch Finding Dory. And so a bunch of adults who are all over 18 are going to go watch Finding Dory.
See, that's what I mean.
That's the joy of
movies that everyone can get behind.
Yep. So we're all going to watch Finding Dory. It's going to be fun. When I go to LA, we're going to all do that. So that's going to be fun. But I remember what I'm stoked for. Going to LA. Just kidding. For 3 podcasts in a row. No, I I watched again recently the trailer for the Lego Batman movie.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I am so excited for that movie, guys. I forgot about it, but they're making the same people who made the Lego movie are making a Lego Batman movie.
Oh my goodness.
And it looks so funny and so good.
I totally forgot about that. I'm so stoked for that too.
I know DC.
I'm so looking forward to that.
If DC fails on Suicide Squad,
maybe this will save them.
At least they have the Lego Batman movie because that's gonna be good. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen the trailer yet, you should totally watch it. I think the interesting thing though about that is that we are both very artistic, and so 90% of why we like that is because of the art style. If it was a real life movie and it was about that, it would have no charm, nothing.
Yeah, it would have nothing.
But it's just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
The way it's made. Oh,
yeah. A true.
I actually asked a question on Twitter the other day.
Yeah.
When you rate things, are you supposed to rate it based on how well it was made or just how much you enjoyed it? And most people replied,
"That's a good question.
How much you enjoyed it."
That's a good.
But
question.
I have to. I feel like when you're rating something, you're putting out
your opinion should not be
well.
Yeah.
Because us humans, we're biased. We don't generally like. I can see something that's beautifully made, but not like it. Like,
yeah, and I think that we both, maybe not you. I'm just kidding. But I think we both have very critical minds, and I think that we both do that in a way. Like anytime I review anything, I am pretty good at seeing the other side of it and thinking that I didn't like this, but boy was it good. Like I'm pretty good at that usually. Like I didn't like it.
Turtles.
You know? No, I thought it was good. I didn't like it. As I said, like it was good. There was good CGI, good things there, but I just didn't. No, thank you. Like
I guess I'm not as open-minded as you are.
Yeah. Yeah, except for Ninja Turtles is terrible, you're right. But no, what I was saying though is that we like can see the other side. Like there's some movies that I watch, like especially things like horror movies or just things that I really dislike, but I still think they're amazingly well done. I recommend them to people. But I just don't particularly like them. There's a lot of things like that I just don't necessarily enjoy or agree with, but I think it's really well done. Yeah. And I can see that, and I
can't
still
think
enjoy
of
it.
any examples right now.
Yeah,
for some reason, but I feel like they're definitely out there.
I think. Well, I'm trying to think of an example right now that I can. Oh, looks we're out of time. All right, I hope you guys are watching this episode of the podcast.
Maybe next time.
You'll have to figure out what I was talking about in the next episode. Tune in every single week at noon.
Are we gonna leave off every one of these at a cliffhanger?
Yeah, unless my internet is really slow and I can't upload it in time. In which case, sorry, I might be a little late. But no, it should be every week at noon. Come at noon. If it's not there, you have full right to yell at me. Actually, you don't.
Yeah, just yell wherever you are in the world, and that'll be good enough.
I'll hear it. I got good headphones.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, did you not realize I'm monitoring the entire world right now through this device here? This is called a UX2. This is the Universe Extreme the second.
Why isn't mine working now?
Oh, yours just plugged into the other one.
Oh,
yeah.
That's why you're hearing distracted.
That's why you're hearing a constant stream of ASMR on yours, because it's tuned into the ASMR playlist that I have. Yeah,
I seriously did not notice. Oh my goodness!
Guys, for watching this episode of QuestionMark. Woo-woo! Peace out.